Well, good morning, friends. It's Tracey from Nova Scotia Living. It's 6:30 in the morning. I got up about 10 minutes ago. Hit snooze a couple times. I stayed up late. I shouldn't have, but I did. Anyways, I'm just brewing my coffee. So I can have my coffee. I was having trouble yesterday editing my video because I had to take room off my computer so I could take the stuff off my phone so I could edit it on my computer. So that's what I plan on doing with my coffee, like sitting up there and getting that all organized. But I just came downstairs. I'm going to put these tater tots in because I'm thinking I'm going to make a tater tot casserole today as one of my freezer meals. We don't get tater tots or tasty taters, but same thing. And when I make it, I like to make my tater tots before I put it on the casserole. Some people put them on frozen. I've done that one time before and they're soggy. I like to have them crispy. So I'm just going to stick these in now while I sip my coffee. And yeah, they take about 25 minutes or something. So we'll see. Alright, well, I'm about to go upstairs with my coffee. I just wanted to show you that's that turkey bone broth. Put the lids on a little tighter. And I just opened the drafts to get it rolling again. But it smells like turkey and chicken in here because I just unplugged those slow cookers. I don't mean to move you fast. Sorry, friends. I have 2 packages of chicken breasts and filled it up with water. In each slow cooker, we're going to shred today. But I just unplugged them because they're good and done. They were on low all night, so yeah. Now I need to go have my coffee. Alright, my coffee was delicious. It's 10 to 6. I'm going to go start waking the kids up. That fire's pumping. It's freezing outside. It says it's 12 degrees but below, but feels like minus 18. But it's supposed to warm up today, which is good. I looked at tomorrow's forecast. It's supposed to be plus 11, which is bananas. Like it goes from one extreme to the next. That's why pipes are bursting and all that stuff. My goodness. But we'll see what it actually turns out to be. But I just flipped those tater tots, tasty taters, and I'll go wake the kids up. And yeah, we'll get on with our day. All right, the tater tots are done well enough for me. The girls just went out to catch the bus. Now I need to go wake up Maze. All right, guys. Well, I just dropped Maze off. There's parking lot is a toe jam zone. It's all everybody trying to get out. So I'm just gonna sit here a minute because I don't feel like squabbling with anybody. Not that anybody does, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not fighting with cars to wedge in and out. I see some cars, you know, the ice build up behind a tire. I want to go kick them out. Some of them are really big. Yeah. Anyways, I'll be back. Well, in that superstore, I'm going to run in, but this is what I'm talking about, those ice things. Some people have. Look at that. That whole thing. There's just ice in the wheel well. Yeah, you see people drive by, like that car over there has a nice big fat one. I don't know if it's appropriate to go kick people's ice blocks off. This one had a giant one this morning. Maze and I kicked it off. You got a kick out of that. So, anyways, I'm just going to run in here for a minute. 9:36. I got home a little while ago. This is what I got at Superstore. I stopped and got Evie on the way home too, so he's out there just chilling. I bought 2 more packs of hamburger because I have more ideas of stuff I want to make. And yeah, I don't want to be limited. So this was $8.11 and $7.60. And it's medium ground beef. I bought 3 cans of diced tomatoes with herbs and spices. I bought this organic extra virgin olive oil, 50% off. I bought some Vim, 50% off. Some Goo Gone, 50% off. I bought 2 things of cottage cheese. I bought another thing of chicken breast. Yes, I did. I'm thinking I'm going to make a chicken casserole. I haven't made one of those in a couple of years, and I know the kids like it, so I'm going to use that, and the chicken I did in the slow cooker last night will be for the Rapure pie. I bought this just to have. It's caramel sauce. It could go on apple slices or whatever. I just thought the kids would like it. It was in one of those 50% off shopping carts. Yeah, I said that. I bought 4 things of Hunt's tomato sauce, mushroom and basil, onion, herb, and spices, spicy red pepper, roasted garlic. Bought 2 things of Lysol toilet bowl cleaner. Yeah, 50% off. I really like the Watkins toilet bowl cleaner, but they don't make it anymore. I found that was the best thing I've ever used. But yeah, when there's a sale on, I'm going to grab it. I bought, I think, 3 cans of cream of chicken soup for that chicken casserole. 2 more cans of cream of mushroom soup. I bought a can of corn because I'm thinking I might make a shepherd's pie. That and peas and carrots. And that's another cream of chicken. I bought 3 chili seasoning mixes, and this sale was still on, 4 for $5. I got just different pasta noodles. I think I'll use the little small shells in the chicken casserole, and the little twisty ones, and another small shells. So that's what I got. And this was just in the van. I forgot it. These are good. They're sweetened with stevia. But yeah, it's frozen. So I brought it in. I'll drink that after. But this is what I got. So I need to start making a plan of what I'm going to work with. The fire's going nicely. I checked the broth earlier and it's fine. And yeah, let me put some of this stuff away and we'll start moving. Alright, I got most of the stuff away. I'm going to fry up that hamburger after, but I put the chicken breast over there on the stove to boil, and I put chicken bouillon in it for the chicken casserole. This is the chicken out of one of the slow cookers. It looks nasty, I know. When you do it in a slow cooker, especially chicken breast, it looks nasty, but it's going to be totally shreddable. It's still very hot. I'm going to shred this up and then I'll empty the other one. And the water, like the broth that's in there, I'm going to use for the rapie pie, and I'm going to season it with some chicken bouillon and probably an onion soup mix. And I need to measure how much water is in those slow cookers because I need so much water for rapie pie. So anyways, let me get this one shredded up. We'll do the other one and then we'll measure the water. Alright, I just sat here and used 2 forks to shred it apart like pulled pork. Perfect. Now I'm going to season this chicken with salt and pepper when I layer it in the rapie pie. But the key to a really good rapie pie is having the potatoes seasoned. You don't want to have bland potatoes in a rapie pie. It just will not do at all. But this is all shredded, so I'm going to take the broth out of the slow cookers and measure how much it is, and if I need to add more, and etc, etc. Alright friends, we're ready to get this party started. Let me just see. Well, I have a turkey roaster here. This is what I like to mix it up in. And I have the big stock pot here. I measured 24 cups of water. There's still a little bit left in there. In one of the slow cookers. I have it on high. We need to get this to a rolling boil, and keep it at a rolling boil. And I'm going to add some chicken concentrate. Seems like a lot of stuff, but you know, potatoes are not that tasty. There wasn't much left in this one. Unless you put butter and salt and all that stuff in it when you even make mashed potatoes. But rapie pie, you got to season the broth that you rehydrate the potato at. I have onion soup mix. I know this is salty, so I'm not going to add more salt to it. I will add salt and pepper when I layer it with the chicken, but I'll just put one in for now and I'll taste it. Ooh, this will take a minute to come up to boil, but yeah, we got to make sure it gets going good. I have margarine in my fridge, not much left. I'm trying to use it up, so I'm putting a block of margarine in this pan. And I do have videos on beef rapie pie and chicken rapie pie. What, honey? No. All done? Oh, just a minute. So yes, I have videos on beef rapie pie and chicken rapie pie. People make it with clams, but we're allergic to seafood, so I don't ever. And I do use a potato masher for this. I know I got the Bobbsey twins, but I'm using my potato masher for this. No, Evie. Don't poke your fingers in that hamburger. I've had a lot of people ask me to repronounce it because I guess I don't say it so you can catch it, but it's Rapure pie. Sometimes it's called rappie pie or rapie pie. It's spelled Rapure. It's an Acadian dish, and what this is potato pulp. It's like if I put potatoes in a juicer and took all the juice out of it, this is the pulp that's left. We rehydrate this with the seasoned broth. And yeah, there's an Acadian community just, I don't know, a half hour away, and it's very popular. And my mom never made it before, but my mother-in-law would make it, and I learned how to make it. She's the first one that showed me how to make it. And anyways, yeah, my kids love it. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'll just show you. What are you doing, boo? Now, you can't get this all over Canada. I know my brother lives out in Red Deer, and they can't get it in stores out there. Probably in different provinces you can't get it, but it's just potato pulp. It looks like potatoes, but it's potato pulp. And you can buy them right in our grocery stores here. You can get smaller packs, but you know, I don't do anything in small doses. So this will make 3 of those silver pans that I make freezer meals with. It'll fill up 3 of them. And it's going to take pretty much all of that broth, 24 cups of broth. You just add it bit by bit, but it will rehydrate. So I'll bring you back when this gets rolling. That chicken is just about done. And what I'm going to do is take that chicken out and put the pasta that I'm going to make the chicken casserole with in that broth. I might have to add some more water or whatever, but it's already seasoned water, and yeah, it's not raw chicken juice in there anymore or anything, so just another way to enhance the flavor of a casserole. So I'll be back in a little bit. Oh, I just thought I'd show you like up close. It's kind of looks like mashed potatoes or something, but you can see little threads. It's just juiced potato pulp. Yeah. And here's the thing. It's coming. And there's the other thing. So yeah, I'll take that chicken out in a minute while I'm waiting for this to boil, and I'll get the pasta going. Alright, I found some of these little twisty noodles in the cupboard. I'm going to put those in 1 pack of those little shells, just so that can be out of my pantry, and I'll use that whole thing. Hopefully this pot's big enough, but we'll make it work. Oh, she's rolling now. I added that pasta there. It hasn't come up to boil yet. Once it starts boiling, I'll turn it down because I'll be busy. And pasta will just cook itself even when the heat's shut off. If the pot's hot, it'll still cook. But, yeah. Good. So let me get you up. And what I'm going to do, since I have videos on this, I'll try to remember to link them down below. But I'm just going to add probably a couple cups at a time, or maybe 4 cups at a time, until it dissolves, or, you know, soaks up in here, and bit by bit, until this pot is empty. Oh, I did add a second onion soup mix to this. I tasted it, and it was flavorful, but not as good as I wanted it to be. And yeah, on the directions on the envelope, it's like 1 packet to 4 cups of water. This is 24 cups of water, so, you know, that's not too bad.
All right, I added every last drop of that in there, and it's an eyeballing thing. Like on the package, I think it says 22, 23 cups, but I find it always takes a little bit more in my experience. But what you can see is a little like clear, it looks like slimy film on top. Oh, I ran out of space on my phone, so I gotta do this quick and then I'll take some more stuff off. But yes, there's like a little slimy film on top, and yeah, you just know it's done. But I have these out. I have that out. I think I'm gonna spray these just so it doesn't stick on the bottom. And yeah, I layer it like a lasagna. Like I'll put a layer of the potato, then a layer of the chicken, season it, salt and pepper. I'll probably season each layer, and then put a final layer on top, and then we bake it. So let me get moving. Alright, I think my phone shut off while I was doing that. I don't know how much it caught, but there was a layer of potato, layer of chicken, layer of more potato, and I seasoned each layer with salt and pepper. Just trying to use up those rinky-dink salt and pepper shakers. So yeah, now we're gonna put it in the oven. I forget now if it's 350. I gotta look. You don't cover it. Now, since I'm doing 3, I'm gonna have to rotate these, and it takes about 2.5 hours to bake this, or 2 hours. It depends. But I'm not going to cook it 100%. I'll cook it till it's 95%, because then when I go to reheat this, I'll hopefully defrost it the night before. But if not, you guys know sometimes I put stuff in the oven completely frozen and it still works. It just takes a little longer. I would get the little crust on top. That happens then. I just don't want to freeze it with the crust, because then when you reheat it, then the crust gets even crustier and it's just not as good. So let me look at the directions and we'll get it in the oven. Yeah, see, I got to do this all over again, but I think I'll just do 1 or 2 big pans and then a few little pans. I want to give one to Saritha, 1 or 2 to Dad. But yeah, it says 3 hours. It all depends, like your oven and everything, at 350. So I'm going to put these on cookie sheets because they're really thin pans, and I'm going to have to rotate them because I can only fit 2 on one, level of the oven, and the other on the bottom, and just, yeah, I want it all evenly cooked. But yeah, let's get those going. I have them all loaded in there, and I'll probably rotate it every half hour, 45 minutes, and yeah, until I think it's done. All right, this is the chicken casserole chicken I'm going to shred up. I have the pasta sitting in a strainer in the sink right now, and then we're going to dump it in here and mix it with a whole bunch of stuff and put it in a pan. I don't plan on baking this now. Everything will be cooked. I'll just need to heat it up and brown the top like when it comes time to eat it. But yeah, this needs to be shredded up now. All right, I'm just getting stuff set up. I opened those 3 cans of cream of chicken soup. I brought this out just in case I need it. Pasta's there. I'm going to set you guys up so we can chit chat while I do this, but I just wanted to show you up close. Onion powder, garlic powder, dehydrated onion, and I got some poultry seasoning and the salt and pepper over there, along with Ebby playing with his little truck. So anyways, yeah, let me get you on the tripod so I can finally sit my big arse down. Okay. Oh, I should get a mixer of some sort. I have a feeling I'm going to have to get my hands in this. But yeah, well, first off, I should season up some of this meat because it's not, well, it was boiled in that chicken broth stuff. Yeah, see, this shredded up, I had to actually use my hands to do this just because it was boiled in a pot. If I did it in the slow cooker like that, that just fell apart. Like I didn't even have to touch it. So, I mean, it still works. I could use this in rappie pie too. I just like it all nice and smooth and shreddable, and it just goes so well with rappie pie like that. And I don't always use chicken breast. I just find it's easier. It's less picking bones and all that stuff. And as long as the potatoes are seasoned, turns out fine. Turns out fine. And I've never made one chicken casserole the exact same way. I don't follow a recipe. I seen cottage cheese was on sale. I've never put cottage cheese in chicken casserole, but I thought that would be delicious. Sometimes I put sour cream in it. Sometimes I put whatever. But I'm going to try to mix. Oh, I'm not going to dump this all in at once. That would just be too much. Ooh. If for some reason I can't get it all in here. Ooh, that's hot. I'll use the pasta for something else. Let me get that rolling. Still like half of that strainer. Oh, yeah, today at school it was blankets and book day, so the kids could bring a blanket and a book. Messiah brought her new blanket she got for Christmas. It was one from a YouTube channel she likes to watch. It was like the merchandise one. That's cheese, yeah. You can have some cheese in just a minute, boob. I got the cheese out of the fridge too, that big bag I shredded yesterday. I think it was 4 blocks of cheese. I just did it in the food processor. Anyway, so yeah, Messiah brought that one. Mally brought one, like a soft purple one that matches her bedding. And Misha brought the butterfly blanket Michelle from Chickens by the Lake sent us, because she wanted to bring Grammy with her to school. So that's the one she brought. Great big old quilt. But she brought it. I put it in a big reusable bag so because it wouldn't fit in her book bag with her other stuff. I'm just going to start adding some of this stuff. I'm adding all 3 cans of these. Yeah. I'll try to scrape out the innards after. That's the can opener, Evie. Don't drop it on your toesies. It would hurt. Oh, yes, it would. So yeah, we'll see how they make out with that, as long as they bring their blankets home, for goodness sakes. It's Friday. I'm not running back into school. Oh, my husband forgot one of his cell phones. He has a couple cell phones. One of his cell phones here. I said, are you coming out to get it? He's like, I might have to sometime during the day. I'm like, well, if it's around 2 o'clock, you can pick up Maze for me. So make sure you call me and let me know so I don't make an extra trip to town when I don't need to. That would be awesome. I don't want to have to take a trip to town if I don't have to. Evie's being so good. He really is. He's just buzzing around here. Usually I would kick all the kids out of here when I'm doing that rappie pie mix, because it's scalding water. Like, it's scalding. It's hot. You splashed some on my hand. I don't know if you caught that or not. Usually I'm more careful. But he stayed away. He was over on this end, so that was good. I don't know if I'll put all of this in. I don't see why this wouldn't be good in it. I don't know. I'm going to add some cheese in this, and then I'm going to top it with cheese. I should start adding some of those seasonings. I like it nice and creamy. Not runny, but not cakey thick. I might even add a splash of milk to this, to be honest. But no, those are dirty cans, hon, and I don't need you cutting your fingies on that. No way, Jose. That's my water. This is onion powder. Ooh, I elbowed ya. I did that yesterday too. I was passing him something, and he charged up and like, bonk. It was an accident. He wasn't impressed, and I felt so bad. It wasn't like a hard hit, but you know. Bonk. Stop. This is poultry seasoning. Sometimes I add this, sometimes I don't, but why not? It's chicken casserole. Leave those pasta bags alone. I have them sitting on a chair there. I gotta put them away. This is quite thick. I'm going to add a little bit of milk. If I don't have any heavy cream, or I'd add that to it. So I'll add a splash of milk. I've got to get it out of the porch. Oh. Bring that can opener here, Evie. Yes, that's not a toy. That's not a toy. That's homogenized milk. Oh, I meant to show you. I know there's a big Canadian thing. You guys don't have bagged milk in the United States, or I don't know, other countries you might, but yeah, we have bagged milk here, and it's right beside the jug that I buy. It's just I buy the big jug because we got a big family, but Grammy always used to buy the bagged milk. You get like a little special holder for it in your fridge. Yeah, do you guys, I don't think you have it in the States, but all my other friends internationally, do you get milk in bags? I'll have to show you next time I go to the store. What else have I not added to this? Thanks, Boob. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, there's a little bit of cottage cheese. I might as well just use it up, and that way I can recycle. I'm so glad we recycle here in this country because of all the waste and all the plastic and paper and metal and stuff. Did I get that one? Oh, yeah, this is going to probably be a long video, but I just wanted you guys to hang out with me today. Yeah, I really hope my husband can get maize. That's a game changer for me. I do have more pasta, but I don't think I'm going to add it. I'm going to have to make something else with that. What? Oh, my hands are greasy from that stuff. Watch out, Boob. Oh, I gotta get a towel. Yeah, and those tater tots are just sitting on the counter. After I get this done, I'm going to start working with all that hamburger I cooked yesterday. And I got to start thinking about supper because I wanted to make sloppy joes for supper. I took the package of hamburger buns out of the freezer today. They're just sitting on the counter defrosting. And I got dill pickles down in the basement, canned, and a bag of regular Ruffle chips. That's going to be supper tonight, but I might use that fresh hamburger I got today, use a pack of that instead. That way it'll be fresh and hot, and I'll make that after I make some other dishes for the freezer. Yeah, you leave that there, Boo. This is kind of clumped together a bit, but yeah, there was 2 blocks of old cheddar and 2 blocks of marble cheese. You want a piece of cheese?
Yeah.
What do you say?
Please.
Please. I'll squish it together so it's kind of a ball. Easier for you to hold. And yeah, it's cheaper to buy block cheese than shredded cheese. And there's no fillers in it, or I hear crazy things that there's bits of sawdust keeping it apart. I don't know if that's true, but I just grate up my own cheese with my food processor. That turkey bone broth over there, I'm going to have to add some more water to that after. I can hear it just a sizzling and bubbling and sizzling. Yeah. Oh, I don't think I added any dehydrated onion to this. Yeah. My husband loves this stuff. He hasn't had it in years, and it's not keto at all. But the kids haven't had it either, so it'll be a nice treat. Yeah. Just something different. All right, let me get a pan out, and we'll start loading the pan up. All right, guys. I brought out 2 pans. I think I have enough for 2. I brought out those breadcrumbs, panko breadcrumbs. Japanese style breadcrumbs. Light and crisp. Seafood, vegetables, stuffings, whatever. And I have the cheese because I'm going to top it. I sprayed this with some cooking spray. And we're going to load it up. I could probably get 3 out of here. We'll see, but I don't want them to be skimpy either. I'll make 2 big fat ones. Oh, I hear you hissing over there, broth. That's turkey stock over there. I had the lids just on, but they're open a crack, so sometimes the condensation will drip down and you hear it hissing on the top of the wood stove. I tasted this and it tastes really good. I just had a little bite just to see if I had to add any more salt or anything, and I can taste that poultry seasoning and I can taste the chicken soup, and yeah, no, this is good. This is perfect. Yeah, I think that cottage cheese is going to be a nice addition. I'll start loading this up before it's all gone. Yeah, and that dishwasher is on the drying cycle. I forgot to turn it on last night, for heaven's sakes. So it's on the drying cycle. When that's empty, or done, I need to empty it. We'll let it cool down because it's hotter than the hinges. And then I can load up the breakfast mess, and I want to wash that turkey roaster in the oven, or in the sink, just so I can start working on that rapie pie later. I'm not going to do that now until those other rapie pies are out of the oven, because I want to put them in the oven right after they're done. Yeah, there's a little bit on this spoon. That's good. I like it. So I'm going to put a little layer of cheese, a layer of the breadcrumbs, and I'm not baking this. I forget if I told you that. I'm not baking this one. Yeah. Now, we would have probably salad or something with this. Steamed broccoli would be really good in this, or celery would be really good in this, but we'll just have a good side with it when we go to eat it. Cover this. What are you doing, Evie? Yeah, that pasta, I could just make like a baked goulash thingy out of that with some cheese. I gotta take it easy on the cheese because I want to be able to have some. I wanted to make a shepherd's pie, but I don't think I have any potatoes now that I think of it. I have to look. Just, they like shepherd's pie, and it's easy to make. I bought those vegetables to go in it, but that can be for another day because I plan on freezer cooking for the next few days. If you've seen, where is he? Oh, he's laying on the floor. If you see my video yesterday, I finally got it up this morning because of technical difficulties. But I took stuff out of my freezer. Like I took a ham and some mac and cheese. This has herbs or something in it. Seasoned. Yeah, has herbs. I don't want to load it up, but nice to have a little crisp, cheesy top. I'd bake it with the top tin foil on it, and then the last couple minutes just take it off and let it crisp up a bit. Not terrible crispy, but just to have a little bite. That's what the celery would be good for in a dish like this. And then I'm just going to put one more little sprinkle of cheese over top of that. Yeah, I see freezer meal cooking videos in the States, and you guys' cheese and milk and eggs and everything. It seems so less expensive, but it's expensive here. It really is. That's all I'm putting on the top. Yeah, there will be no leftovers, like turkey tetrazzini. There's never any leftovers. There's, things like that. Just looks like a mac and cheese or something, but it's not. It's chicken. So, yeah, this isn't warm or anything. I could wrap it in foil. I gotta find my foil. I hope I have some. And then I can just label them, and I'll put a big freezer bag over top of it after I wrap it up and put it in the freezer. And after they get frozen, like tomorrow, I could stack them on top of each other like that. But for now, I'll put them like that so they don't squish down on each other. But I'll be back. Oh, here's just a closer up look. You can see a bit of the breadcrumbs mixed in. That cheese will melt down in it too. It'll just add a little bit to it. All right, all wrapped. I found some tinfoil. I don't have a whole bunch left, so I have to see if I have another roll somewheres. But I'm going to put these down in the basement deep freezer because I have room down there, and see if there's something else I can take out to work with this weekend. All right, there's 1 minute left to check that rapie pie. I rotated around, but I dug out the hamburger. I'm not even going to wash this bowl. Like, it's just the cream of chicken and pasta. I don't care. I'm going to dump some of this hamburger in here, dump this cream of mushroom soup, season it up. I'll bring you back. I just need to rotate those pans. All right, I'll move. So yeah, I'm going to add this. And this is for the tater tot casserole, by the way. And I'll just take you along step by step as I do one leg at a time. All right, I just dumped some in. I don't know, I might need to add more, but I'm going to add the soup now. Yeah, I added a little more hamburger and I added a splash of milk and added a little more salt and pepper. Just because I seasoned the meat yesterday, but I didn't put a whole lot of salt and pepper in there. And yeah, sometimes I put Alfredo sauce, and again, sometimes I put sour cream. I was thinking about putting cottage cheese in here, but I'm not going to. I might save that for something else. Yeah, so I'm going to get a tray out. I'll probably get 2 trays, but I'll just fill up one and see if I need a second one. All right, I made it I put it all into one pan, so it's a nice heavy dose of the meaty, saucy stuff. I'll put a thin layer of Parmesan cheese on it. I'm going to put a thin layer of that, then I'm going to add the tater tots and add some more cheese. Yeah, heavy duty, heavy duty. So yeah, let me get that going. Oh, I got the hiccups. I just ate a tater tot. Oh, excuse me. Anyways, I don't do it uniform or anything. I just cover it. And there's still some left over here. The kids can eat those. Heat them up and dip them in ketchup or whatever. But now I'm going to put some cheese on this. There. I even sprinkled some parsley flakes on top, so when the cheese melts, there'll be little bits of parsley showing up, possibly. So I'm going to wrap this in foil, put it in a Ziploc bag, label it, and when I go to make this, it would be defrosted, ideally. If not, you know the deal. I'd bake it covered at 350 for maybe 20 minutes. Everything in here is cooked, like I did the tater tots already. I just find if you do them from frozen, they're kind of mushy, and I don't like that. And then take it off another 5-10 minutes and it'll just brown up a little bit, and yeah, eat it with some ketchup or hot sauce or whatever the heck you want, and yeah, Bob's your uncle, and just have a nice healthier side to go along with it, and it'll be good. Alright guys, 21 more minutes and I'll rotate those rapid pies again. I gotta add some more wood to this fire. Ooh, that's hot, hot. Hot, hot, hot. My son needs to fill up the wood box. I had to go down and get a couple of sticks of wood. There was a couple up here, but I needed some more. Yeah, it is bitter cold outside today. I don't know if it's warmed up. That's a heavy piece. That must be kind of wet. Some cardboard here. Tim Hortons cup. My onion soup mix box. There. She'll get going pretty soon. Oh, perfect. Yeah, it's still bubbling, but I just want it to be, yeah, it didn't go down too much overnight, but I'll add some more water to it here shortly. Oh, just so you can see. You can see it bubbling there a little bit. And this one's bubbling. Yeah, I'll probably can this up tomorrow, I'm thinking. Yeah, we'll just keep it going all day. I just want you to see the state of my kitchen. It's a disaster. A disaster. The pots and the pans, the slow cookers are still over there. There's compost that needs to go out. The tabletop. Yeah. Before I do any more food stuff, I need to empty the dishwasher and load it up and wash some of those big dishes. All right, friends. Did a lot of cleaning. I washed the 2 slow cookers. I washed the turkey roaster. I washed the big broth pot. I emptied the 2 hamburger packs in that frying pan I'm going to fry up here shortly. Wipe the table, wipe the counter. The compost is still there. I'm going to get the kids to take that out when they get home. And the dishwasher's going. So hip hip hooray. I'm about to feed Evie some yogurt and some snacks and try to lay him down for a nap. And then I'm going to fry up that hamburger I bought this morning. And I need to do something with this before it dries out. I got a pan here ready for it. I'll probably make like a goulash thing. Might put some of the cottage cheese in that actually. And some minced garlic, some spices, and some diced tomatoes. We'll see. So yeah, but I gotta tend to Evie, change his bum, feed him, cuddle with him, read him a couple stories, and then he'll be in dreamland. I'm gonna give him one of these little yogurts I bought yesterday, 50% off. They're still good. They're January 10th, so tomorrow or today. But I mean, the kids, I think there's 3 left out there. They've been gobbling them up. This is Strawberry, and he loves Paw Patrol. So yeah, I'm sure he'll like this. All right, friends, it's 1:30, or no, just a minute. It's 1:08. I was thinking the 30 because of on the stove. I just rotated those Rapure pies again. I'm about to turn this hamburger on. I'll break out Betty or Bob, one of them, whichever one wants to come out to play, and scramble that up. That's going to be for Sloppy Joe's. If I use it all for that or not, I'm not sure. But I'm going to dump this. I don't want to dirty another bowl. Dump some pasta in here and start adding some stuff to this. And this will be some sort of a freezer pasta meal, so I'll bring you along. All right, I've got everything out that I think I'm going to put in it. I just dumped a can of diced tomatoes, herb and spices or something in here. Got out the hamburger and cheese, and I have these little stringed up onions. I'm going to put some of those in. I opened a can of pasta sauce. I don't know if I'm going to use it all, but I'll add some. The cottage cheese, Parmesan cheese, salt and pepper, minced garlic and onion powder, and dehydrated onion. And yeah, I'm going to mix it all together, and yeah, it's going to be something. But I know it's stuff the kids will eat, so it's all good. Oh, did I say cottage cheese? I think I did. Yeah, so let me get it in the pan. Okay, I have everything in there. I didn't put all the pasta because this isn't a huge dish. If I need to add more, I will. I used about half the can of that. Maybe half the tub of that, and yeah, about a tablespoon of minced garlic, just a little bit of those onions. I didn't use them all because I put some dehydrated onion in there too, but I think I'm going to get in this with my hand because a spoon I might be flip-flopping it all over the place, and I'm keeping an eye on that hamburger over there frying. Those meat scramblers, holy schmoly, I never really thought that they were going to work as good as they do, but they're fantastic. They really are. Anyways, let me get this mixed up. Oh, I gotta pick you up with my other hand. I added the rest of that tomato sauce. That's mushroom and basil. I forget if I told you. And yeah, this is good. This is good. I added another couple handfuls of that pasta. I'm gonna cover it with cheese, but let's go over here and check this. Oh, my hand's all goopy. Just a minute. Alright, I added all the same seasonings I added to that thing. Onion powder, garlic powder. These are frozen onions I had in my freezer. Salt and pepper. I'm going to actually turn this way down because I want to cut up some celery and put this in here too for the Sloppy Joe. So I'll be right back. Alright, I'll turn it back up now. I just cut up a couple of celery stalks. I sliced it down the middle and tried to slice it up, like dice it up small. They'll soften some in this, but it's nice to have a little bite in your Sloppy Joe, at least that's what I think. So yeah, this hamburger's almost done. I'm going to have to strain it, obviously, but, and then I'm going to add some diced tomatoes to it and some other stuff to it. So yeah, I'll be back. Oh, I forget if I showed you after I put the cheese on that pasta dish. I think that's going to be good, to be honest. I mean, there's nothing in there the kids don't like, and it's straight up, you know. Spinach would have been good in this, like some cut up spinach would have been really good in this, but I don't have any, so I'm just keeping it simple. I'm going to wrap it, bag it, and freeze it. I actually added a small handful of my dehydrated red and yellow peppers. I don't have any fresh peppers, so this will do. They'll rehydrate in some of this grease, but after I strain it, I'm going to add some diced tomatoes to it, and there's juice in that. And yeah, I'll add probably some ketchup and mustard, a bit of sugar, and I don't know. I'll figure out something else. Oh, I have those Sloppy Joe envelopes. Yes, I should look at that and see what it says. Alright, I strained that meat. Oh, there's 1 minute left for that rapie pie. But I bought these yesterday. Yeah, and all it says is like meat and water and tomato paste. Well, I'm not just doing that. I'm putting 2 of these envelope packs in, because 1 pack is for, how much beef? 1 pound of beef. I think that's more than 1 pound of beef, so I'm adding 2 packs of this. It says to add a 1 1/4 cup of water, but I'm going to add some diced tomatoes. They're herbs and spices. And maybe some tomato sauce. We'll see. And I want to add a bit of sugar. I'm going to taste it and see. But yeah, let me get these pies out of the oven first. Alright, these pies have been in the oven for 2 hours and 45 minutes. Now, usually I'd bake them a little longer to get a little browner on top, but they're cooked. And I'm going to let them cool completely, and then I'll wrap them and put them in the freezer. So when I do go to have this as a meal, hopefully I'll have it defrosted, I'll cook it, reheat it, covered in foil, and then when it's almost done being reheated, I'll take the foil off, and it'll crisp up a little bit more. So yeah, that's 3 down, another pack to go. Alright, it's 1:40 in the afternoon. Abby's snoozing still. I'm gonna dump this in here and dig out the rest of the stuff. Alright, I'm reheating this pan. I mixed up those tomatoes. I put a blob of hickory barbecue sauce, hickory smoke steak sauce, some mustard, some ketchup. I'm gonna mix it up. I'll see if I have to add some more. And once this gets hot, I'm going to add that seasoning mix and simmer it a little bit. If I need to add some water, I will, but we'll see. Alright, I just added the seasoning mixes. I'm going to mix that up. Okay, I'm just going to taste it. Put some of the juice in there. And we'll see. Well, that's pretty good. It has a little sweetness to it, probably from the ketchup and maybe that seasoning mix. I don't think I'm going to add any brown sugar. I got it out just in case, but I don't like real sweet sloppy joes myself. Most likely Mally and Marquise will throw some hot sauce on it. But yeah, I'm just going to turn it down on low. And this is what's going to be for supper. So that's done. The pies are done. I can start working on a chili or the next batch of rapie pie. I might do rapie pie after, because chili won't take very long to do, and that way that can be off my list too. Alright, I just went down to the basement and got 3 pints of, well, 2 black beans, 1 chili beans, or red kidney beans, or whatever. I'm gonna pop them, rinse them, and yeah, that'll be for the chili. Alright, trying to get everything ready. So I dumped in the rest of that hamburger. It's a lot of hamburger. I don't have any more big pots because Harriet's going to be used for that rapie pie broth. So I dumped in the rest of the hamburger, those 3 jars of beans, a good handful of those frozen onions. I opened 2 cans of those diced tomatoes, 1 can of the spicy red pepper chili sauce, 2 cans of corn, and a partridge in a pear tree. So I'm gonna add these and mix them up, and hopefully it doesn't overflow. We'll see. Well, that 1 can of sauce did not do. I had to add 2.5 more cans of sauce and this is a big high pan, guys. This isn't just like a regular frying pan. So I'm living life dangerously right now. I'll turn it up a little higher. I want to get it to start to bubble before I add the seasoning. Normally well, like for chili, I like to heat it up and then let it cool and then freeze it because I find it just lets the chili taste get through the meal more, and that way, yeah, when it goes time to reheat it, it's already good. You just need to make sure it's warm, that's all. All right, I just add those Old El Paso chili seasoning mixes, and I'm gonna stir it up. All right, I stirred it up and I got it bubbling for a few minutes, and now I just turned it off. It's enough, it's warm enough. The spices will, do its thing. And I'm gonna let it start cooling down because after the kids get home and they have sloppy joes and all that jazz, I want to start doing the rapie pie. I actually kind of want to start doing it now, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, it's 2:27. I'm doing it. I couldn't find another block of margarine to use up, so I just cut a chunk of butter off, which is fine. So my stovetop totally needs to be cleaned after all the cooking on it today, but I'll clean it after I'm done this. I'm going to wait for this to come up to a rolling boil. I'll dump, you seen what I did, put the potato mash in here, add a whole bunch of water or broth, mix it all up, and then we put it in the pans. But I'll show you a little bit along the way, but you see me do this earlier today. While I'm waiting for that pot to come up to boil, my husband brought maize home because he had to spin out on his lunch break. I hadn't done a lick of work out here. I've just been busy picking up stuff. There's still stuff to be picked up, but you should have seen it before. Toys everywhere. And his Dad got you a Happy Meal. Some chicken nuggets. I don't know. He's just trying to figure out that toy. But that water's almost up to boil. The girls should be home in about 10 minutes. Evie's still snoozing. I'm going to finish cleaning up this mess for them to mess it all up again. The dining... Oh, you got Pokemon cards. Cool. Yeah, just a sec. Yeah, this is kind of a disaster. This is where they play with crafts and Play-Doh, and, I'll clear this off, but not right now. I just wanted to get the floor area straightened away. Yes. Well, I just heard the bus pull up. I just went down the basement, got myself some home canned garlic dill pickles. I got a bunch of free jars from a foundation that was like collecting money, that just a one-time thing, and yeah, that's why that sticker is there. I can't get it off, and I'm not gonna scrub it, but yeah, hopefully we can get this open, and this with plain chips, sloppy joe, it's gonna be good. All right, I can't believe Evie's still snoozing. Well, it's only been over an hour, I suppose, but yeah, I'm gonna load these up. I just sprayed them, and then we'll get them in the oven. The kids are really excited about the sloppy joe, so that's good. I let them each have a spoonful just so they could taste it. Anyways, let me get these locked and loaded, and I'll bring you back when I'm done. I'm about to put the final layer on. I need to salt and pepper this, but these ones are extra meaty. The other ones were good, chocked full of meat too, but yeah, I was just trying to use up the rest of the chicken, so yeah, it's good. Misha's on her way outside to play with her friend Devin. They're making a cave, apparently. So yeah, let me finish this up and get it in the oven. All right, I gotta plug you guys in. My battery's almost died. Anyways, I got these done. I'm gonna put them on the cookie sheets and stick them in the oven. And it is 20 after 3, so that's not bad. This is probably the last big thing I'm doing today. Let me turn you around. Yeah, that's probably the last big thing I'm doing today, but I do plan on cooking tomorrow and probably the next day too, so that's good. But I'll get these in the oven, and then we'll dish out supper for the kids. All right, I need to sneak in my room and get my charger. He's still snoozing, but I have another bag of these. Got these 50% off out of my deep freezer. I'm just reheating this up. Not that it was real cold, but just so it's hot. That's probably good enough. And I might get some cheese out too. Some of them might want cheese on it. We'll see. Mally asked me to make pulled pork. So yeah, I'll make that sometime. Yeah, that's good. I'll just bring that over and start dishing it up here in a sec.
Yeah.
So I just did up Mazai's plate. She wanted cheese on hers, so I was trying to make it look all fancy so I could get a picture of it. We'll see, but yeah, there it is.
Now can I?
Yeah. Alright guys, that rapid pie is almost done, about another 15 minutes. I'll take it out shortly, but I'm going to start bagging up this chili. I don't want to put it in a container. I want to put it in a big Ziploc bag, so I have one of those juice pitchers lined. For now, I should get probably at least 2 bags out of this, 2 big bags. We'll see. Alright, that's 2 big old family-sized chilies. Have that, and I got to take a little more air out of this one. But yeah, they're still a little warm, and I'm going to try to lay them flat in the freezer if I can find a place I can do that. Just they'll take up less space, and I'll be able to stack them tomorrow. But yeah, 2 more minutes, we'll get the kids moved because I got to put the rapid pies on the table. Alright, these ones are cool enough that I can lay or wrap them up and put them down. Mally, back your head up away from there.
Awesome.
I'm not cutting these tonight, honey. I have rapid pie for tomorrow. Yeah, these are the ones that just came out. So yeah, I'll give two, maybe 3 to Dad. I'll give 1 to Saritha. And yeah, those 5 will be for our freezer. Those 2 chilies will be for our freezer. So we tallied up for quite a few meals. Those are hot maize. And like I said before, like I would have baked these a little longer to get a little browner, but that's okay. I'll do that when it's time to actually feed my family. Yeah, you don't want a super hard crusty crust on something like this. Now these smaller ones got a nice little crust there, a little bit, but maybe because they're smaller, hard to say, but perfect. Alright guys, it's about 8 o'clock at night. I'm going to end the video now. I'm just waiting for that rapie pie to finish cooling down, and I'll put it in the freezer. I've got the other stuff all packed away and in the freezer, which is great. I took out 2 bags of bananas. I'm hoping to make some banana bread tomorrow. But I have to go up the valley tomorrow. I'm taking the kids up to an indoor playground. In the morning, we'll be back just after lunch probably, and then I'll get cracking. I did bring up my pressure canners and a box of jars. After this dishwasher is done, I'm going to load it up with my jars so they'll be washed and cleaned. So I can work with those tomorrow too. That's why I was thinking I'll bake tomorrow. And I have that box of cookie dough I took out to defrost the other day. It's in the fridge. I'll bake tomorrow because I'll be using my stovetop canning. So I could get that stuff taken care of. And I already have stuff out. I could either make that ham tomorrow for supper or those little rapie pies that were in the deep freezer. And I know I just made rapie pie, but I took rapie pie out that I made a few months ago just so we can use that up and put new rapie pie in the freezer. So yeah, I don't really have to worry about supper. I just don't know what I'm doing yet. But anyways, I hope you liked hanging out with me today. I know it's not all fancy, glitzy, and glammy, and it's not really follow a recipe in a book, but it's how I cook. And I love just hanging out with you. I really do. I really do. So, yeah. Anyways, it is warmer right now. My phone says it's +4. It went from -18 today, this morning when I got up -12, but with the wind chill, -18, to +4 at 8 o'clock at night. And tomorrow it's supposed to go up to +11, low of 2, which is bananas. But good day to go up the valley. Anyways, guys, I'm going to say peace, love, and happiness today and every single day. Please like, share, and subscribe if you so choose, but if not, that's okay too. I still love you. I still want all the happiness in the world for each and every one of you out there. I certainly do. I really, really honest and truly do. Yes, I do. So, alright guys, that's freezer cooking batch, big batch cooking for the books. The first one this year. So, that's great. But I want to keep this momentum going and, you know, clear out my freezer and get things stocked up again.
Say goodnight, Maze.
Good night.
Good night. Peace, love, and happiness. Can you...
Peace and happiness.
All right, so have a good night or have a good morning, and we will see you tomorrow. Maze likes to beatbox. Beatbox, Maze.
I did.
Do it some more. Oh, you silly. All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Boink.